Hey, looky what we got here. We got the Prussian Flintlock cavalry pistol of 1731, and it's the Potsdam model. And we got the English Flintlock Dragoon pistol. So we're doing a side-by-side comparison and checking them out. They're very similar. The Potsdam is a little schmancier, a bit longer in the handle, but it's definitely a nice piece. They're both wonderful pieces of work. Let me turn some light on the subject here, the ever-descending light, so we can see what's going on. That'll help. Things you should have thought of before you started filming anything, right? So, but yes, that's the two that we got here on the bench. Now, this here Dragoon, which we've shot it a few times. There's some videos of me shooting it. I've got it historically incorrect. I looked at historical ones and they don't have this cap on there, but this is for decorative reasons and not historical because it is an India-made pistol, so it's not historically that old anyway. You see down the old barrel, yeah. It's about a 20 gauge. It's got a piece of flint in it. So it's pretty nice. Cracked it off a few times. Well, I guess we could check the spark. Maybe I should have. That's probably what I was thinking of, and I kept the light turned off. I said, don't turn on that light. You'll want to check the spark. And there's your ramrod. It's the kind that, you know, you don't want to be get too carried away with, because if you're just trying to push something down in there pretty tight, it'll probably snap on you. It'll snap, brother. Then you'll have to make yourself a ramrod. And there's ways to do that. There's a good video on how to make those. I haven't tried it yet, but I might end up having to if I can get me some oak ramrods or something. Let's see how she sparks. Turn off this ever-descending light. That's it right there. Oh, that's a stiff one. It needs some breaking in time. So I like to take my hand and go behind this like that and close it, because if you get carried away and your hand slips or whatever, that there flint's sharp, it'll cut you, and it's no fun when you get cut. Turn that light off there. Full cock, and there's the spark. Right on. Nice, huh? And that is the Dragoon, English Flintlock Dragoon pistol. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm thinking of one and I got the other one in my hand. I'm thinking about what I'm going to do next instead of what I'm doing. But it has the metal plate there. And when you go to put screws in these and tighten them up, you go to set your lock and you set it on there very carefully. You make sure that that pan is right up against the barrel. There's what they call a wetting band right there, and it's just a round tube on this here Dragoon. It's very nice. Got a little carving here. Got the little plate there on the back. It's a nice piece. Could polish up the brass a little bit. You can see where some powder's gotten on it. It's darkened it a wee bit. But it's a nice piece of work. I'm never disappointed in it. That's for sure. Belongs to my son. He got the bug for these things too. Matter of fact, he's responsible for me getting the bug for him. So then I winded up having to have some. But I'm going to have to get quick here because my phone will go up, no memory, and that'll be the end of my video. You'll miss it and I won't be able to do nothing with it. Okay, so that's the English Dragoon Flintlock pistol. That's the Potsdam. And it's got one of them agates in there, Traditions agate stones. And of course it's almost got, like on this other side, it's almost like the serpent for the trade gun, except that it's not a snake, it's just plain brass. But it's similar in design to that. It's got some nice carving up through here. Got your weepy cheapy ramrod there, which, you know, I've seen other people's in YouTube videos, there's broke, but I haven't had that happen yet. It's got some tiger wood in the handle. If you look like tiger stripes, you can see it right there. It's really a pretty piece. It's got an agate stone, and of course the frisons are flat on top for those. It's got the wetting band, and it's all round barrel as well. So let's see how it does. Remember, when you cock that back, go ahead and take these fingers and pull that forward. You don't want to slip, because the corners of that is practically razor sharp on that agate stone. I'm telling you, you don't want to hit that. I done bled enough I don't want to bleed no more. And then full cock, and then there's the old spark. And wow, that was a good one, eh?
That was a good spark, Mr. Ed.
Yes, it was. It was good. Well, gee, I hope you enjoyed this video. But taking a look at these two pistols, I'll bring out a couple more and make another video. And I didn't have to put a cap on this one. It already had one. It must be a real fancy officer's, because it's got the big butt cap on it. That's what gave me the idea. I said, man, I need to get some butt caps. I don't want to look at them old screws. That's for sure. So let me flip these around so I can have them side by side, and I'll take the camera and pan over them babies a little bit so you can see what they look like side by side. And that's the one side, and there's the other. There's one of me homemade covers, flat on the top for the, you know what it's for, right? Yeah, it's long enough it don't quite get on, the whole thing don't quite get on the camera. That's for sure. Move it back here, maybe it will. Yeah, yeah, there we go. And then the Dragoon pistol there. And it's similar here, not exactly the same, but yeah, very nice pieces of hardware there to play with. Definitely makes you enjoy the hobby a lot more if you know how they work and everything. And it's fantastic. So loading them and all that kind of stuff, you've seen how to do that. You've seen so many loading videos. You're probably saying, man, I don't want to see nobody load one more gun. See, that's ever does something like. Now you can't blind me, can you? All right, well, hey, that's the Potsdam compared to the English Flintlock Dragoon pistol. I like both of them. I don't know. There's a little weight difference between them, but it's not that much. They're pretty heavy. So, yep, pretty heavy pistols. You better have your elbow in shape, I'll tell you that right now. If your elbow ain't in good shape, you'll be like me, have a sprained elbow. And that's why I'm not taking anything out and shooting it. My elbows end up getting sprained because I had been shooting, and I think I put a little tension on it, and then I went out and went to start a lawnmower, and that engine locked up halfway through the pull. And oh man, I like to jerk my elbow out of the socket, so I'm having some elbow problems, but it's getting better, so that's good news. So I get healed up and stuff, I'll get back out there and start cracking off some of the powder. So everybody have a great day, and look forward to doing another video soon, because I like to watch myself. Because I am the funniest guy that I know.